Wake up. You see your hands but doesn't feel them. The cold bloody war left with the massive collateral. Even holding a pen for a long period of time is nearly impossible. This is how Violet woke up after the war. Sad, alone, and tormented. But she herself isn't aware that she's burning from the sins that even her can't understand because of her lack of sympathy. Basically, she's autistic and a dum-dum. I remember seeing this anime trailer 4 years ago and probably that idiotic me said to himself that I'll definitely watch this anime because the animation is good. I was an ignorant bitch who just watches shonen anime because of hype. Me as a dummy didn't even thought that you can cry watching anime and how it can make you feel depressed and feel like shit. But after watching the show itself, after 4 years, the thing is, Violet Evergarden takes you into an adventure where you'll feel every single emotions that being thrown at you. It's impossible not to cry, however, if you do, you probably have no soul or you have some brain issues. It's nearly disgusting how good this show is, that I've even wondered how did it manage to make me cry. The music is tight, the visual is simply breathtaking, and the characters are feeding off each other creating an emotional train wreck when it hits you. Bit by bit, you're being drawn to the world of this anime. You're becoming more and more invested episode per episode. Even Joff became a boo-boo crybaby.
Just a nuclear missile right to the feels. Oh.
Auto-memory dolls write letters that convey feelings. Their job is to read what the client wants to say deep within their hearts that even them can hardly recognize. Violet, who's a retard, wanted to be one, so that maybe she could understand what the major said to him that day he gone missing. The words, "I love you." Violet isn't familiar with love, nor any other feelings that makes human a human. But those words serve as a blueprint for the show, because every single story of any given character has the word love. Luculia wanted to say to his brother that she's happy that Spencer came alive after surviving the war. Iris loved her family deeply, that she even lied that she's the best doll in the whole Leidenschaft Lake to avoid worries from them. 50 letters in the course of 50 years being sent to someone year by year at her birthday. Violet Evergarden is really good at making you care about the people inside the story. They will show their weaknesses, their strength, and even some depressing things about their past, to the point that you'll just have to put your guard down because they feel relatable. You just don't realize it until the end how invested you were. The show was crafted with love. You can just feel it. Violet wasn't perfect at the start. She fucked up some simple letters and made some clients cry their eyes out and straight up fretful. Her coworkers aren't even sure if she can handle the heavy responsibility of being a doll. But every good kid learns from their mistakes. She learned how to write a proper letter and eventually became famous for being a doll who writes letters that can capture anyone's heart. She will travel anywhere to meet her clients, from the top of a mountain to a place with freezing temperature, because every single letter is worthy to be delivered. And as her journey goes on, she was able to see her burns, her sins, and how tormented she was. Violet finally realized that every single soldier she killed has a family, a loved one, waiting for them to come home, and she took that from them, their happiness and their hope. She beat herself up because of it, thinking that it was all her fault. Those depressing thoughts made her hate herself. Watching Violet slowly losing her sanity made me feel sad as well, because we know how heavy she must have felt. Her burns piled up and she even tried to kill herself. It was painful to see. She acts mature and collected all the time that I forgot that Violet is still a kid. She's just a 14-year-old kid who should enjoy playing outside with normal girls and living her life like a normal one. But they used her as a weapon and took that future from her. Violet asked herself if she was even worthy to feel happiness and to live, now that the person she's longing for is gone. Violet can see the value of life if there weren't no orders. And so she cried. But Violet somehow realized that she isn't alone anymore. Erica, Iris, Benedict, Cattleya, Huggins, Luculia, Dietfried. These are some of the people that's helping her grow. Yes, she lost the person she loved the most, but these people surrounding her healed her burns. Her journey and all the struggles that came to her life serve as a lesson and a guide. Violet's own adventures teach her to understand feelings. And that's when it hit her. She finally realized what those words meant. The words, "I love you." You realize what you've done in the past and you acknowledge it. Violet doesn't need orders from anyone anymore. She's not a weapon of war nor a helpless kid. No. Violet is an auto-memory doll who makes letter that saves lives. But her letter didn't just save anyone. It also saved Violet's from her past. All the words inside those letters she wrote is filled with love. And it teaches her to love too. But I still have one question. Will it hurt if she gave me a hand job? It's 9.3 out of 10. If you have no life, watch the anime. Subscribe, comment. I reply to the good ones. See ya.